Hi everyone, and welcome back for another weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. Now let's do as we do every week. Let's pull some cards on each portion of the week just so that we can get some insight on what sort of energetic weather is going on, how it can influence us, and how we can best harness it to our greatest advantage so we can have the best week possible. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Let's see what energy do we have for today and tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, as I pulled this card, I heard the words renewed enthusiasm, commitment to the task at hand. As you can see, this lady is working really hard. She's very, very busy there, and it's like she's working around the clock. So, but also this feels like a stable energy. It's like, let's get grounded, let's get to work, let's get practical, let's make things happen. It's like we're getting this burst of energy out of nowhere, you know, to do what needs to get done, essentially. Okay, so use this energy to the best of your advantage and get cracking. I'm also hearing getting cracking. Again, here's this theme again of tackling things from the past. So maybe there was a project that you shelved, or a hobby that you used to do, or an old work thing that you kind of procrastinated on or just wasn't possible to do. Now's the time to get on it. I'm also hearing ideas. The ideas are going to come in thick and fast this week. So you might feel guided to start something new or add something on to what you're currently doing, you know? It's a beautiful energy. It just feels grounded and strong. Okay, let's get some further elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle. Clean it up. Clean it up. So all those things we've been procrastinating on, all those things we've been putting off, now's the time to tackle it. So whether it's decluttering your home, whether it's paying some old bills, whether it's cleaning up work projects that you've kind of gotten halfway with, right? That's what it feels like. Clean it up. I'm also hearing clarity of communication. So maybe we'll be clearing up some misunderstandings or miscommunications from the past. Just cleaning it up. Obviously, clean it up as the card says, right? But yeah, that's the influence there. Now let's see, what further guidance can we get from the angels and ancestors? Hermit, retreat and recharge. Now with this, I'm feeling the intensity, and there's like, on an energetic level, it feels like there's a rumbling underneath. And as I'm saying that, I can hear the storm rumbling outside. There's like a rumbling underground. There's a feeling of something's coming, right? Like storm. And I'm hearing unexpected, but this doesn't feel as much personal or individual as it feels collective, okay? Unrest, collective. Okay, now here I'm hearing be wary of opinions. A lot of people might have an opinion on this, and another person might have an opinion on that, and with that comes a lot of aggression, okay? So I'm hearing keep it clean. Clean it up. Keep it clean. If you've got something nice to say it. If you're going to be critical or judgy, rather swallow it. Rather just keep it one side, okay? We're all human beings, and every single one of us is so different, and we're not always going to agree on the same things. We're not always going to share the same opinion or the same ideal, okay? So just be mindful of what comes out the mouth, right? Retreat. Now also with all this hustle, bustle, and so much going on, we might find ourselves feeling quite exhausted physically. And that did come up last week also. So it seems to be a recurring theme. And remember, it's just your body recalibrating. Remember, our souls are evolving constantly. We're growing constantly. We're holding more and more light all the time. And that process takes its toll on the body. So be very kind to yourselves. Okay, let's see what energetic weather do we have now for the middle of this week, being Wednesday and Thursday. We've got the Fool. New beginnings, taking some leaps. As you can see, this lady wants to jump into that pool of water, but she's too scared to take the risk. So she's holding on to that stick of the familiar, but she's holding her amethyst. Now, amethyst is very much about the third eye. It's about clairvoyance, intuition. So in the middle of the week, don't be surprised if you get some intuitive hits or aha moments on which direction to be going in next. Now, this Scorpio new moon that we had, I think it was Friday over Saturday, brought in some quite life-changing shifts. Like, I know a lot of people that are moving, my daughter being one of them, a lot of people, so many, that are moving into their forever homes, or they're moving into a new town or a city or a new country. There's a lot of that, and it feels big, you know. So it's not just, oh, well, I'm moving house. No, it's a big deal. And Spirit wants to say here that those moves are indicative of your soul's growth, right? You're leveling up, and whenever we level up, life reflects that level up to us in the form of a new job, a new relationship, a new home, a new country, whatever new, right? It comes with that. It's a reflection of your level up at the end of the day. So don't be afraid to jump in, okay? Then let's get some further elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle for the middle. To the sea. Look at this lady traveling there on her little boat. I love this card. So this speaks about mostly going with the flow, okay? So as you're feeling these life-changing moves in new directions, just go with it. Go where you're led. I'm actually hearing Spirit say, take the path of least resistance. Go with what feels good. If that idea or that place or that job or that relationship or that hobby, whatever it is that's new, that's flowing into your world, okay, and it feels good, it means it's for you. Go in that direction. Also be aware of the opposite as well. You know, if it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't bring you a sense of peace, it's just not for you. Or if that new beginning, that new job, whatever, if it goes sailing on past you, then it wasn't for you now, was it? Okay, remember, what is for you never ever goes past you. So go with the flow of life, right? Go with it. Okay, let's get some further elaboration now from the angels and ancestors. And let's see, what do we have? Autumn. Release the old and rest. Let go of the old. Remember, the more we let go, the more space we make for a new beginning, a fresh start, for something new and desirable to come in. Spirit always shows me the analogy of releasing like this. If you want to move into a brand new house, okay, and you want to bring in a brand new couch, it needs space. You've got to chuck out the old one that's broken and doesn't serve you. Chuck it out so that there's space for the new to come in. Now, releasing the old obviously is never easy, as we know. You know, we can feel very emotionally attached to old things, situations, people's events, whatever. We can feel a certain attachment to that. But also remember that the old that no longer serves us is a reflection of who we used to be. It's not a reflection of who we are now becoming as we evolve on this journey. Okay? All right, let's get some further elaboration now for Friday and the weekend. What energy is here for Friday and the weekend? The Page of Cups. Look at this man with his open heart, and because his heart is open, there's all these things floating around. So come Friday and the weekend, we might feel like a heart opening. We might feel a heart softening. And if I remember correctly, this came up last week as well. So this is a continuing theme of heart opening. Now, when we've had our hearts caged and barricaded for so long, it can feel very painful as those barriers fall away, okay? But fall away they must, because when we go through life with an open heart, then we're not afraid to show who we really are, our vulnerable side, you know? And vulnerable in a good way, vulnerable, not weak, but it takes strength in being vulnerable. It takes strength to open up your rib cage and show the world, hello, here's my heart. This is the real me. I'm raw and exposed. okay? And doing that in full faith that nothing can destroy your pure and open heart. Because at the end of the day, you've got to love your own heart more than anybody else. And when you love your own heart, you will always know who and what is good for you and who and what is not good for you. You will know that, because we cannot feel properly with a barricaded heart. We need to be open so that we can actually feel, right? So lots of heart opening, emotional expansion come Friday and the weekend. Okay, so as that heart opening occurs, for those of you that are single, you might meet somebody new and interesting. For those of you that are partnered, that means a deepening of your current connection through heartfelt, open vulnerability, right? Showing who you really are. Okay, let's get some elaboration now from the wisdom of the Oracle. Treasure Island. Now this speaks about abundance, prosperity, getting what you wish for. Now when we have an open heart, once again, when we have an open heart, then we are open to receiving all that is good. So all that is good could be a deepening of a current relationship. It could be attracting a new love. It could be having a new baby. It could be whatever it is your heart is longing for. Your heart can only receive when it's open to receiving, you see? And part of that love could also be abundance and prosperity. But also remember, abundance and prosperity doesn't have to always be financial. It could be receiving a gift. It could be receiving the prosperity of somebody has an extra this or that and they don't want it or need it and they want to give it to you. And this is something that you've always wanted. And there it is at your doorstep. Okay, so be open to receiving come Friday and the weekend. Okay, let's see what guidance is here for Friday and the weekend from the angels and ancestors. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Again, I'm getting this unleashing. Open your heart. The untamed, wild, I want to use the word feral, the wild, untamed parts of you that hasn't seen the light of day for such a long time, right? Show the world who you are and what you've got, because why else would you not want to do that? I mean, I can't think of any other way than being real, open, and authentic, right? How on earth? It must be so difficult to be fake. Yo, my face can't lie. I mean, the way I feel is obvious. Yeah, anyway. So be you, surrender to the realness that is you, and watch what good comes from that. Okay, very interesting. We say this every week, very interesting, but this week feels intense. But what I'm loving is this let's get on with it energy. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I love that energy. Okay, so now let's see, what do we need to surrender this week in order to have the best week possible? What do we need to surrender this week? What do we need to surrender? This card. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. There was something similar to what we were saying earlier. The body doesn't lie. The body is the best barometer of the truth. It really is. Pay attention to how you feel around certain people. Again, if it feels good, it's for you. If it feels off, then it's not for you. The body doesn't lie. Okay? Pay attention. All right. Now let's see what our souls are up to this week. Let's pull 2 cards from the Gateway of Light activation. And let's focus on, what do we need to know this week? What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to know? Let's see what is grabbing my attention. Let's go back this way, this one. Okay, so the first card, oh, you can't make this up. Stargate Heart. Heart chakra opening, unlocking, generosity. There's a card we haven't, I don't think we've ever pulled this card. Wow, I mean, just How beautiful is this? I love this. Okay, where's the message? Stargate Heart. Stargate Heart. This card says, your heart space is a sacred space deep within you. For some time, you have protected it with psychic shields. Weren't we saying that earlier? Okay. Let me start again. Sorry, I do this every week. The heart space is a sacred space deep within you. For some time, you have protected it with psychic shields that have not only stopped you from being hurt, but also stopped you from feeling love. This gateway is appearing to show you that you have finally dropped these shields and are ready to experience love. Universal wisdom wants you to know that this is your divine right. You are a highly empathetic and generous soul who has so much to give, and you're being called forth to reveal the deeper and more vulnerable aspects of your being. Divine light beings are surrounding you, holding you, and encouraging you to relax. All the restrictions and blockages of your heart space have now been removed. The worst is behind you and the world needs you. Wow, you cannot make this shit up. Okay, let's see, what is the other one? Akashic Stargate, another Stargate. Aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Beautiful, hey, look at that. Okay, let's see. Akashic Stargate. This card says, whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it's because you're at a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you. But you aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decision you make, you'll always be on the right path. No matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Also know that purpose isn't about doing your duty. It's about living life and experiencing joy. How beautiful is that? So this just feels like a, let's get on with it. Let's commit to what it is that we really want. Not what society says, not what Susan next door says. It's about what do you want. And the only way you're going to know what's good and right for you is if your heart is open to feel it and know it in the first place, right? Remember, whatever it is that you really want and desire wants you back. Because if that, whatever, that situation, whatever, if that thing was not good and right for you, you wouldn't feel it, would you? Okay? But that also being said, remember, everything is about resonance, okay? So whatever it is that you want, even if you don't know what the object or the situation is, we must know its essence, okay? So in other words, I want a new job where I earn well, I'm super happy, and I'm using all my talents. I'm not really sure what form that's going to take, but God, Source, Universe, Creator, that's your department. I just know this is what I want to experience in my life. And then you just go with it, knowing that you deserve it. Because the moment we think, well, this is what I want, then the little ego voice, the little inner demon is going to come up and say, oh, but you can't do that. That's impossible. You don't have the time, you don't have the money, you don't have the energy, you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have 27 certificates to say you can do it. Who do you think you are? Shut that voice up and move towards your goal bloody anyway. Okay, it's time. I'm hearing this, I'm getting this feeling of it's time, and I'm hearing Spirit say it's time. Let's move forward. No more procrastinating. Like the Nike symbol, just bloody do it. You know, you deserve all that is good. So there you have it, everyone. I hope that that's helpful. Looks like a really, really intense week, but a good one. Lots of twists and turns. Go with it. You're safe, you are protected, you are loved. Go with it. So thank you once again for being here. Thank you once again for all of your comments. Sending you all so much love and happiness and a beautiful week ahead. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.